Hello viewers, welcome to another new video. Here I am Pramod and I would like to welcome all of you to my channel, our English Classroom, and in this channel you will get several videos on grammatical topic, spoken English materials along with some vocabularies videos. So please subscribe the channel so that you can get all the updates. So our today's topic is one of the most important topics of English language, and that is right forms of verb. So if you were a student of high school, so this lesson is very much important to you, and if you are a student of SSC, HSC or any type of examination, you need this topic because at least a good amount of question comes from this thing. Okay, so before starting the right forms of verb topic, I would like to mention that it's an extended topic, a large topic, so it's not possible to complete the whole thing in one video. So I have made a sequel of videos on right forms of verb. I will upload it one by one, so keep watching the channel. Well, so first of all, what is right forms of verb? Right forms of verb tells us we need to use the correct form of a verb. In a sentence, verb is the most important thing, because if we make the wrong form of the verb, or if we write the wrong form of verb, the sentence does not make any sense, and that is the reason you need to write the correct form all the time. Well, whenever you are dealing with right forms of verb, you need to keep in your mind two things. Number one, what type of verb you are dealing with. Are you dealing with a finite form of verb? I repeat, finite verb, or you are dealing with a non-finite verb. So if you are dealing with a non-finite verb, you do not need to think about your tense or subject verb agreement. But if you are dealing with a finite verb, you definitely need to think about the tense of the sentence and also the subject verb agreement, which is another topic of English grammar. I will post videos on that topic too. So a verb needs to agree with your subject. A correct agreement with subject makes the sense, and incorrect agreement with the subject cannot make any sense. So this is English grammar. So let's start. So in this part I will discuss about three rules. Rule number one, use of simple present tense or present indefinite tense in different situations. Well, you can see that on the board I have written several adverbs or adverbials. There are everyday, daily, regularly, usually, often, generally, most often, habitually, all the time, then every time, always and never. So if you get this type of adverb or adverbials in your sentence, then your verb needs to be in simple present tense. You need to use the present form of your verb. And remember that whenever you are writing a present indefinite tense, if your subject belongs to third person singular number, then you need the SES form of your verb to agree with your subject. In case of negative sentence, you need to use do not or does not. Do not for the subjects of first person, second person or any plural subject, and use does not if your subject is third person singular. So these are basic English grammar rules. So if you want to become a good writer, you definitely need to learn these basics, okay? So take an example. Farhan usually dash his grandparents on weekends. If in your exam the verb portion will be blank and there will be a clue. Either the clue will be like this, like here the verb is meet, so the meet will be written beside the sentence in the bracket, or there will be some verbs on top of the question inside a box. So you need to select the correct form of the verb. So here this adverb usually showing us that this sentence belongs to simple present tense, and that is the reason I need to use the present form. The verb meet is already the present form, but here we need to agree with the subject Farhan. Farhan belongs to third person singular. So if there is a singular noun or if there is a singular pronoun like he or she or it, we use the SES form of the verb. Okay, so this is the most important rule of English grammar, and if you can master this rule, so you will not going to make any mistakes or silly mistakes whenever you will write any content. So here the verb takes SES form because the subject is third person singular. So I need to write the form of verb meets over here. Otherwise, it's not going to agree with the subject. So the answer is Farhan usually meets his grandparents on weekends. Number 2, she often makes silly mistakes. So the verb is actually make, and here the adverb often guides me that I need simple present tense, because all these adverbs usually belongs to simple present tense, but always never these two adverbs. Most often cases we use them with present tense, simple present tense, but it's not necessarily that we cannot use them with other tenses. Yes, you can also apply always or never, or you can also use always or never with past tense. Okay, so that is the reason the adverb often will tell us that it will be simple present tense, and the verb agrees with the third person singular subject she, and that is the reason I need the SS form. So just keep in your mind that these adverbs, so this is the clue whenever you will take preparation for any competitive exams like admission test or any board exam. So these tricks will help you to select the correct verb. So go for number 2. So number 2, it is the rule of present perfect tense. Well, for present perfect tense, some adverbs are selected, and these adverbs are recently, already, lately, just now. In some cases you can apply yet with negative sentences, but yet can also be applied with simple past tense. So these are frequently used adverbs for present perfect tense. So take a look. You need to use the present perfect tense, and the verb pattern of present perfect tense goes like have plus be3. So you need the past participle verb with your auxiliary verb have or has, depending on your subject verb agreement. So here, look at the sentence. I have recently been to London. The verb is be in the bracket, so I have used the V3 or past participle form of be, and that is been. I have recently been to London. So remember, been, you can use this in place of gone. So if you are going to visit any place, if you are going to a place from where you will return back to your real home or your home district or hometown, you can apply been for such situation. So been is a replaceable word of gone. So where to use gone? So if you are permanently going to somewhere from where you are not going to return back, so there you can use gone, but there you cannot use been. Okay. So number 2, we have already reached the station. Have already. So this adverb tells us that you need present perfect tense, and we need the V3 form or the past participle form of the word reached. And finally, Jack has entered the hall just now. So here it is just now, and that is the reason we have used entered as our past participle verb. So just keep in your mind that whenever in your sentence you've got recently, just now, already, lately, you need to use the present perfect tense by using the V3 with have as form. Sometimes have has can be written within the sentence, or sometimes there will be no have has. In that situation, you need both the verbs auxiliary verb have is along with main verb in V3 form. Number 3, nowadays, at present, now, at this moment. So these are some important adverbs. So whenever you will get this type of adverbs like nowadays, at present, now, at this moment, just write the present continuous tense, because this type of adverbs tells us that the action is being taken place right now, or the action is going on right now. So right now, at this moment, currently, at present, all these things tells us that your verb must be in present continuous tense. So take a look. Nowadays people are using smartphones. At this moment we are trying to overcome our loss. So nowadays, at this moment, right now, if you get this type of adverbs, you need to use the present continuous tense. So these are the all 3 rules that I have discussed in this video. So hope to see you soon in another video where I will discuss another few rules of right forms of verb. So till then, take care and goodbye.